Today we are going to learn about methods. First, let's understand what a method is. A method is essentially a built-in functionality, or more simply, a built-in function. The first method we'll focus on is the input method, which is used to accept input from users. The basic syntax is as follows. Variable is equal to input and parentheses. This will show a blinking prompt where the user can input their response. You can also add a message to the prompt like this. Variable is input, and then add your question. In this case, the question is displayed, followed by the blinking prompt. Now, if we can use the print statement to display outputs, you might wonder how we handle inputs. Let's take an example from an ATM machine. Imagine you're asked to enter your 4-digit personal identification number. When prompted, you type the numbers into the machine. Here's how you can recreate this scenario in Python. First, we display a message to the user. For example, print, open parentheses, double quote, please enter your 4-digit code, and double quote, close parentheses. Next, we use the input method to capture the user's input. My underscore code is input. For variable names, we have to use lowercase letter first, and blank is not allowed, so we may use an underscore. I'll explain it below. This prints the message, and the blinking prompt appears on the next line where the user can type their input. Alternatively, we can combine the message and the prompt into a single line. My code is input. Please enter your 4-digit code. In this case, the blinking prompt will appear right after the sentence on the same line. Let's go to practice. Okay, why don't we try this now? First, type the following in your editor. Print open parentheses double quote. Please enter your 4-digit code. Double quote close parentheses. My code is input. Then, try this variation. My code is input. Please enter your 4-digit code. Run both versions and observe how the prompt behaves differently. Here are some important points to keep in mind. Like I just said earlier, variables, like my code, are placeholders for data. They should always be written in lowercase. Instead of spaces in variable names, use an underscore symbol. Make sure your variable names are unique and don't conflict with others in your program. Now let's clarify the term method. A method is technically a function, but here we consider it as a built-in function that is already predefined and ready to use. Unlike custom functions, you don't need to import or define methods. They're available by default. Custom functions, on the other hand, are functions that you create yourself. We will see how we create a function later on. It is a very important topic. Let's see what the output will look like when you run the code. Please enter your 4-digit code. You will see a blinking prompt on the next line where you can type your input. Or, if you use the combined version, please enter your 4-digit code. The blinking prompt will appear immediately to the right of the sentence. Additional practice. Let's try something new. Use a print statement to ask, what is your name? Then, use the input method to accept a name. Finally, print a response that says, thank you, name, where name is the user's input. For example, what is your name? If the user types John, the program should respond, thank you, John. Here are 2 additional exercises to try on your own. Ask, what's your name? And respond with, welcome, name. Where, name, is the user's input. Ask, please enter your 4-digit code, accept the input, and then respond with either authorized or access granted. Both mean the same thing, so you can choose which to use. Before we wrap up, here are a few more built-in methods that might be useful. I am not going over them, but you may try them. They are not commonly used, but I just want to let you know there are many methods. Thank you, and I'll see you in the Task 3.